Have you ever heard the term fire tornado? Now, technically, it's not actually a tornado because it doesn't go from the ground to the cloud base, but it has most of the same characteristics of a regular tornado, except oftentimes it is about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. On the afternoon of April 7th, 1926, several of these fire tornadoes, or fire whirls as they are otherwise known, occurred just south of San Luis Obispo in California after the Union Oil Company tank farm containing approximately 8 million barrels of oil caught on fire that morning after being struck by lightning. As the fire spread from one tank to the next tank to the next tank, it created a massive wind system that was being pulled into this fire to help fuel it as it burned. As it did so, it created what is known as these fire whirls. You can see one forming right here. Now, fire whirls are known to either be stationary or transient, meaning they can move around. Some fire whirls can travel up to about a half a mile away from the fire that they spawned from, remaining that 2,000-degree heat and containing flames, embers, and other things. One of the dozens of fire whirls that spawned out of this particular fire traveled about 1,000 yards north, picked up the home of a former Civil War veteran and his son, carried it in the air several hundred feet before dropping it in the middle of the field, killing both of them inside. At the same time, the same fire whirl picked up that man's daughter and one of her friends and dragged them along the ground, leaving them moderately uninjured. This fire became so hot at several locations that there was melted cast iron indicating temperatures between 2,000 to 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. So much oil leaked out of this tank fire that the San Luis Creek became a river of fire for 2 miles downstream that was completely impossible to put out. It would take until April 11th of 1926 to fully extinguish the fire and prevent it from spreading any further. In total, this fire would kill 2 individuals, the 2 individuals who were in the home that was picked up by one of the fire whirls and tossed, cause several dozen injuries, and destroy several dozen homes as the fire spread along the ground. In addition, the leak of the oil would cause a large ecological disaster that is still being recovered from to this day. In fact, if you go on Google Maps, you can see the area where the storage tanks were in 1926, and the area is currently undergoing restoration and remediation efforts to this day.